I appreciate the idea, but on political principle, I cannot support this resolution. I cannot represent. Because what we say today in this house, it will be uploaded in the social media. And our political life will depend on that. So we have to be very clear. So, idea I appreciate, but I cannot support this. So with these few words, sir, Speaker, sir, I raise to participate in the discussions of this resolution. I seldom speak, but today I am tempted to speak a few words. Because this resolution is very interesting, at the same time it is very embarrassing for all of us. The idea of establishing a winter capital, the original idea of establishing a winter capital at Tura was not there. But the original idea was to have a winter session at Tura. The separatist state movement get momentum. In the year 1962, when Assam government decided to make Assamese a state language. Captain Sangma was tribal minister at the time. He had to resign from the ministership and lead the movement of the separatist state. But before 1962 also, the separatist state movement started. Captain Sangma and many other Khasi leaders like DDPU, BMPU, STD Dikorsroy, not STD Dikorsroy, Pyar Khandia, BB Lingdo, and many others. They have to go from one place to another, from one district to another district of Assam, to the all hill areas, to get a cooperation from the other hill areas to demand of the separatist state. There were no MPs in Meghalaya during Assam time. Only 10 MLAs were there. 4 MLAs from Gaur Hills, 6 MLAs from Khasi Jantia Hills. Anyway, movement started. And then momentum of the demand, movement for separatist state started from 1962. So people start mocking. How can a different hill areas of Assam can be taken into a separatist state? But in the beginning, the leader from Karbi Anglong, some Terong, and then leader from North Kachar Hills, and leader from the Chakma tribe, and Mijos, Nagas also joined. They have separate regional parties, political parties. And all these separate, small regional parties, they merged together and formed a party, APHLC. That means All Party Hill Leaders Conference. Under the banner of this Hill Leaders Conference, they fought for the creation of separatist state. But later on, one by one, the Karbi Anglong leaders left. Then Mizoram leaders back out. Even Chakma leaders back out. Only 3 tribes, mainly Khasi, Garo, Jantia leaders, they are left. So there was a moment of frustration, disappointment for the leaders at that point of time. And then there was many criticism also. And from the other quarters, how can these two districts, Kashi, Chantiya Hills, Garu Hills, be created into a state? But still our leaders, they hold on, they continue to demand. They met our late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, but he was very much adamant. He said, there will be no division of Assam, even if the blood of the tribal people flow like a stream. I am not going to divide Assam. That was the word. What a word of disappointment and frustration for our leaders. Just imagine. But they continue despite all challenges. There are many commissions set up by Government of India to inquire about the genuine of the demand of the hill leaders. I remember one commission, the Talok Singh Commission. They come to Tura. And in those days, here in Shillong also, Assam headquarters is in Shillong. So many spies are there, so many reporters are there. So in order to avoid all this, most of the time, the conference and important meetings were held at Tura. Then they met again, Prime Minister, and his heart was softened. He proposed a Scottish pattern to be given to the Hill State in place of Hill State, Scottish pattern. But it was rejected. See, our leaders had to face a lot of challenges while demanding for separate state. Since there were no MPs, Khasi Janti Hills is take to Karbi Anglong and make one parliamentary constituency. Garu Hills is take to Tubri district to make one parliamentary constituency. So there were no MPs. And nobody is there in the parliament to voice the demand. So our leaders, they used to go to Delhi to lobby the support of some political parties like Swatandra Party. And with the support of the Swatandra Party, say, somehow they can voice the demand. And in the beginning, FHLC took the symbol of star that belongs to Swatandra Party. Then later on, it was changed into a roast. That is the symbol of the FHLC. There are some among the Hill leaders also who did not cooperate. Men like Maham Singh, men like Imon Singh, they never cooperate. They are totally against the demand. But our leaders, they continue, they become very much patient, and some of the leaders become impatient. He advocated that demanding for separate state with non-violence is not going to achieve. So we must collect arms and fight for our state. They collected some arms, but it was not used. That is why some leaders were expelled. Most of the majority of the hill state leaders, they don't want violence. They want non-violence. And through non-violence, the Meghalaya state should be achieved. We are very fortunate. In 1972, the sub-state was given to our hill state leader. People were objected. They started murmuring against our leader. But our leader, Captain Sama, says, look, there are a lot of hurdles, difficulties for us even to go to Delhi because we don't have finance. Every time our leaders goes to Delhi, they used to collect from some businessmen. In those days, Garo Hills was very prosperous. Say, earning a lot of money from Jaru Mahal, timber trade. So, at Medipata, there are two big sawmills, run by G.S. Pandari, run by Jagadish Prasad Singh. From there, only they used to get some donation. They go to Delhi. So he said, we are going to Delhi like that. But once we get our sub-state, we can go to Delhi, talk to the leaders at Delhi with common cost. So he could convince. But after 2 years, in 1972, on the 21st January, we are fortunate to get the separated state. Leaders were very, very much happy and jubilant. And at that point of time, there was no feeling that you are a Khasi, you are a Jantia, you are a Garo. Everybody had a feeling that we belong to the same tribe. No such unity and solidarity they maintained in that point of time. So, when the question of reservation of job comes, they equally share, 40% for Garos, 40% Khasis. That is based on that solidarity and unity. Here the word winter session at Tura comes from a Khasi leader, Basten. I remember him. See, it was sometime in the year 1973, because in the past there was summer session, autumn session, winter session, budget session. So, at the time of holding this session, during this period of session, winter session, a dinner was thrown in the residence of Captain Sama. Their leaders flocked together. Nowadays, you see, even if there is a dinner thrown in the residence of chief minister also, many party leaders are not invited. But in those days, when there was any dinner thrown by any minister or chief minister, all the party leaders, party workers, they gather together, they enjoy, they talk together, they maintain the cordial relationship. So at that point of time, say one day, in one of the day of the session, during the session, the leaders are having some, chit-chat around the table. At the time, Mr. Sten said, it was very freezing. It was in the winter time. It was very freezing. So Basten said, here in Shillong it is difficult to have a winter session. It is quite freezing. But in Tura it will be comfortable. Why not we think of having a winter session there? From there this winter capital develops. Yes, idea is very good. I appreciate the idea. But on political principle, I cannot support this resolution.